What is up, earthnoids and spacenoids? I am just a simple new type. And in this episode, we are diving back into the Neo Zeon War. Last time, in our adventures through Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta, Judau went directly to Axis to find his sister Lena. While on the asteroid, he met a new type, Edo-P Puru, who quickly became attached to Judau. She eventually turns on him and attacks Double Zeta with her Kubli Mark II. In this episode, the Arama crew heads back to Granada. Torres runs into an old friend who happens to be a spy forgotten. So let's get into this. Elle and Millie are returning to the Arama without Judau as he went back to find his sister. In the asteroid debris near Axis is the Sadalahn-class ship. The Sadalahn-class is a third-generation flagship used by Neo Zeon. This battleship has 6 twin megaparticle cannons, 2 large megaparticle cannons, multiple missile launchers, and an anti-laser gun. The bridge is placed in the middle of the ship instead of the top, like most Zeon bridges. The tower at the rear of the ship is a sub-bridge, which doubles as a dummy bridge. Its mobile suit catapults are mounted on the sides, and for recovery operations, there are a pair of aft-mounted mobile suit decks. One behind the bridge and one beneath the main thruster. The ship is also equipped with a balut system, a comsci, and a holographic projection device. Haman is helming this ship. The helmsman notes that they created way too many dummy asteroids, making visibility difficult. Haman and the Sadalahn heads out. 2 soldiers and Zaku's note that Zeon won't win by randomly putting out dummy balloons. One of the dummies happens to be Judau in the Double Zeta. Glemitoto is informed that Haman's ship has departed. He goes to talk to Bicha and Mondo about Ru. They say maybe there is a thing going on between Judau and Ru, but who knows? This frustrates Glimmy. At that moment, they hear a noise. It happens to be Judau and Double Zeta. He is offering Double Zeta as a gift and pretending that he is defecting. Glimmy simply arrests him. Puru comes in and gives Judau a big hug. After hearing that Ru and Judau might be a thing and seeing Puru jump on Judau, Glimmy starts to get jealous that all the bitches love Judau. He throws him in the brig. Puru complains to Glimmy and calls him an idiot. He thinks that piloting a mobile suit makes one coarse and thinks that Ru shouldn't pilot a mobile suit anymore. Everyone loves a little bit of innocent grooming. As he talks about Ru, she and Elle happen to be heading to Axis and a dummy asteroid. She thinks someone called out her name. She is exhibiting new type powers as well. Mondo and Bicha go to help out in the hangar when the 2 notice Double Zeta. They plan on taking it back to the Arama. As Judau is tied up, Puru comes in to help. Unfortunately, Judau uses this opportunity to tie up Puru and leave her in the jail cell, allowing him to break out. What he didn't know is that Puru planned on taking him to his sister, but now she is mad. Bright hopes they can find Judau before they make their attack on Axis. As Judau sneaks around, Puru breaks out and grabs Lena to use her as bait. Meanwhile, Elle and Ru break out of the dummy asteroid to reveal that the Mark II and Zeta Gundam are riding the Mega Rider. The FXA-08R Mega Rider is a support vehicle similar to a subflight system like the Base Jabber, albeit this device, you ride like a jet ski rather than ride like a surfboard with the Base Jabber. It is equipped with a Hyper Mega Cannon. This thing is powerful and can carry and tow multiple mobile suits if needed. It actually has its own cockpit and living space, can function as a mobile suit station if needed. Ru and Elle head into Axis, but are stopped by Gazas. As Judau heads to the hangar, he notices someone in Double Zeta. Glimmy thinks it is Judau operating Double Zeta, but it is actually Bicha and Mondo. He gets into the Bawu, and calamity ensues between the 2 mobile suits. Judau accidentally gets caught up in the action and is on top of the mobile suit. Glimmy tries to kill him, but Ru and Elle break into the hangar right in time. Judau gets into Double Zeta to realize it is Bicha and Mondo. As he gets into the mobile suit to fight Glimmy, Puru in the Kubli comes in and shows Judau that he has Lena. She runs off and Judau chases. Elle and the Mark II riding the Mega Rider aims the Hyper Mega Launcher at the Bawu. The Bawu is very fast and is able to make his escape while a team of Gazas assist. As Ru takes out some of the Gazas with ease, a Gallus J comes in and attacks her with missiles. She dodges and is able to destroy the mobile suit. She is in love with herself. Ru is slowly becoming Kara. The Arama gets in range of Axis. Meanwhile, inside the asteroid, Puru and Judau engage in battle inside the colony. There are citizens everywhere and Judau wants her to stop. She unleashes her bits onto Judau, but Puru uses too much power and fries the Psychomu system. As Judau goes in to save his sister, Glimmy comes in and swiftly grabs the Kubli. Judau and the crew head out of the asteroid and back to the Arama, but Judau doesn't want Bright to fire on Axis. Ru and Elle grab him and force him back to the ship. Bright fires the Hyper Mega Cannon on Axis, but he doesn't destroy it. He simply sends a warning shot in the area not occupied by citizens. But you know a few maintenance workers were totally just killed in that blast by accident. Sucks to be them. On the Arama, Judau, Bicha, and Mondo are thrown into the brig with Kara. The Arama makes its way towards Granada to resupply. As Torres and Millie talk about touring the Moon City, they run into Bright, who is talking to Wong. We haven't seen Wong since the Grips conflict, but to summarize, he is the Anaheim Electronics representative and money man for the AUG. He is also a really big dick. As usual, he is being very pushy with Bright. He says that Wong only thinks of people as pawns. He knows Bright is referring to Camille. Judau heads out with L and the others to get some food when Wong tells him that he must fix Double Zeta. He doesn't listen to Wong and he tries to correct him like he did with Camille. But Judau isn't having any of it and he kicks Wong in the stomach. Camille would be so proud of him. He and L run off into Granada to meet up with Millie and Torres. Their waitress, Cecilia, comes over to take their order. She happens to notice Torres, who fumbles to the ground.
Strike!
They seem to be friends from the past. Out in the city, Gotten and his men are spying in Granada. They plan on looking for the Arama crew as well as plant bombs within the city. Again? Damn, during the Grips conflict, Sarah was also successful at destroying a moon city. The moon can't catch a break. Torres says that he should go apologize to Wong and thinks that he may get kicked off the Arama for treating him like that. He chokes on some pizza and goes to the restroom. Elle follows and the two happen to overhear Cecilia talking to Gotten. She seems to be tasked with spying for Zeon. Bicha and Mondo head to the pizza place to see Gotten's men. They hide from them, but Millie comes over and outs them. A fight breaks out and everyone bails. Judau and the gang head back to the ship, leaving Torres and Millie at the pizza place. When Judau heads back to the ship to tell the captain, he overhears Wong calling him useless for wanting to save his sister. He runs off after hearing this. Meanwhile, everyone on the ship now wants pizza. The writers of this episode must have been craving pizza or something. Torres chases Cecilia while Bicha launches in Zeta, and Mondo gets in the Mark II, while Judau follows in Double Zeta. Bright is also starting to get annoyed by Wong. Galzoms and Gazas attack them. Judau uses the high mega cannon on the mobile suits and are able to take them out. That was definitely overkill. Cecilia is still working with Gotten, but Torres wants to help her. She wants him to flee with her. Judau and Elle approach the two about Cecilia being a spy. We are left on a cliffhanger before Cecilia eventually spills the beans about being a spy. They inform the captain. Torres will try his best to ensure she isn't arrested. Bright is talking to Kara when Judau informs him of the spy in contact with Gotten. Bright touches Kara's boobs. Nice. Several cargo ships and mobile suits begin approaching them. While distracted, Kara makes her escape using Cecilia as a hostage. Kara smacks that ass and gets inside the Mark II. She, of course, is turned on by the mobile suit. She begins launching. Bicha, Mondo, and Eno were working on the mobile suit and are hanging on for dear life. They eventually fall off. Judau heads out in the Double Zeta and chases Kara. That is when Gotten's team decides to make his attack on Granada. Judau goes back in the hangar to grab his beam rifle. Kara gets the Mark II stuck. She smacks Cecilia and the two take off by foot. Torres comes in and smacks up Kara. Nice, this episode has everything. Cecilia takes off on her own for fear of getting arrested while Kara runs away when no one is paying attention. While running away, she happens to run into Anaheim Electronics. Gotten gives Cecilia money for spying on the Arama crew. She heads out into a shuttle with her family. Torres meets with her before boarding. She wants him to come with her, but Torres gives her a good smack and tells her that she is willing to sell out people just for her own selfish reasons. She was willing to lie to Gotten about which port the Arama is at and willing to get innocent people killed. Torres leaves her and heads back to the Arama. Outside of Granada, Judau begins fighting with Gotten's team. Cecilia's shuttle begins taking off. She drops her suitcase and notices that it is a bomb inside. Judau takes out mobile suits that are hiding behind the shuttle. He is able to take out one of Gotten's men. Cecilia takes the bomb and jumps out of the shuttle towards the Galzom. Judau notices that it is Cecilia. He tries to chase them, but Gotten's ship fires at Double Zeta, allowing the Galzom to land. As it lands, the bomb goes off, killing Cecilia, Gotten, and his crew members, whose names I refuse to remember. Torres looks out at the shuttle, thinking that Cecilia is still on board. He wishes that she finds a new life for herself, not knowing that she was just killed in action. Judau wonders why Cecilia did this. And that will do it for this episode. This episode was a good blend of wackiness and tragedy. Cecilia was finally able to prove that she wasn't the crybaby that Torres thought she was by sacrificing herself for her family. It is also good to finally see Wong take a few licks after what he did to my boy Camille. In our next episode, Haman will finally start her occupation of the Earth's sphere, and we will see Axis Zeon finally become Neo Zeon. Also, Judau and Haman will have a new type sexy moment with one another. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember to make sure to listen to people helping you break out of jail. They may actually be helping you find your sister. Peace.